Yeah, finally. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again for coming down for this really amazing press conference for Pulse, the album by Dr. Sakthi. I want you all to give one big round of applause for yourselves and Dr. Sakthi first. Thank you. And I also like to say a big thank you for most of you all taking time to come here today, all the way. Some of you want to come from KL, from Damansara, from different parts of KL. Could be traffic, it's a Friday, it's the weekend, and when it rains, you know how it is, you know. But you all are still here, you guys are on time. I'm pretty sure most of the media are still on their way, but it's okay. We're gonna go on, we're gonna start. Well, a little bit of info of Dr. Sakthi. If you don't know who Dr. Sakthi is, then I don't think you'll be here today because you already know about Dr. Sakthi. But I want to give you a bit more info. He is the only doctor who is doing music and medicine actively at the same time. I've not seen anyone who has done this before. It's either you're doing music or you're a doctor. But the first time when I met Dr. Sakthi, when he told me he was a doctor, I freaked out. I'm like, you can't be a doctor with that long dreadlocks, man. I mean, imagine seeing your patients, right? When your patients come in and you see a doctor with his long dreadlocks like that, you're never going to take him seriously. But he's a really good doctor and he's a good musician. And I want you all to give 1 round of applause for that as well for him. Not easy being a doctor and doing music at the same time. And he's also one of the pioneers or pioneering the usage of music in the field of medicine in Malaysia. If you're going to ask me how, I don't know, I don't have the answer. But you can always ask Dr. Sakthi, how is he incorporating music in the medicine? You can always have a chat with him later. If you don't know what's the name of the album is called Pulse. Yeah, if you want to put up any photos, any hashtags, don't forget it's #Pulse. And also, I interviewed Dr. Sakthi, I think about a couple of months back on my radio station on air when he came on, and we were talking about his music. I was trying to understand what kind of music that he's doing. So for most of us, we will just assume that this is reggae music, just another reggae music, right? But even in reggae music, I was told there's different genres. Am I correct, Doctor? Yeah, correct. So there's different genres of music, and I'm proud to say that Dr. Sakthi has innovated one of the genres, and it's called Quantum Dancehall. We had a good 30-minute chat about Quantum Dancehall. I've heard of dancehall, I've not heard of Quantum Dancehall, and he explained to me what is Quantum Dancehall. So it's very rare you get an artist creating his own or innovating his own genre of music. Dr. Sakthi is one of them, and please, you know what to do. Yes, you guys are amazing. Alright, moving on. And it's also, just a bit of info on the album. It's a multi-music album. We have heard bilingual music albums, but this is a multilingual music album. And I'll tell you why. You will hear Malay language in it, you hear the Tamil language in it, you'll hear the English language in it, you'll hear a little bit of Hindi in the album. In fact, you'll hear a little bit of Russian as well. I mean, this guy took it to a whole different level. He went international. You know, Malaysian music was just not enough, and you want to go all Russian, which is great. You also, Dr. Sakthi is also featuring an artist doing Burmese language, so you'll be hearing some Burmese language in the album as well. So we can safely say this is one of the first multilingual music album, all right? And also because no artist has actually attempted such an extensive mashup in an album. You know, nobody is willing to go the extra mile. Nobody is willing to just let's explore. Well, Dr. Sakthi did it, and the outcome is Pulse, the album. Okay, so we all know Dr. Sakthi, what is he doing? But very little we know that, maybe some of us know, but most of us don't know that he's also from Klang, and he works together. You know, like how this only happens in hip-hop groups, like, I think, like, don't correct me if I'm wrong, all the hip-hop stars here today. Like, you have your own clique, you have your own people where you have your one producer, you got your own group of people that's always constantly supporting you. But this only happens in Klang, I think, where there's a full-blown of very successful people or very successful musicians in Klang that supports Dr. Sakthi. I'll name you a few if you're wondering who they are. Balan Kashmir. Balan Kashmir is in the studio, not studio, I think I'm in the studio today. Balan Kashmir is in the building today. Yeah, also from Klang. We have Sri Rascal. Sri Rascal is not here, but he's from Klang as well. We got Navigator, the producer. Navigator is here in the building. Very, very successful. Dr. Sakthi is the last guy from the camp to graduate, I would say, yeah? Graduate, okay? You're the last guy to graduate, and everybody is here, and I'll say, can I safely say they were there since day one? They were there since the day one with you. They've, make sure that he was on track, create the right music for him, and here he is today launching his album. You know, I gotta tell you beforehand, Dr. Sakthi, congratulations, man. Not easy, not easy. I totally understand. Okay, so let's move on. We'd like to move on to the press conference. A few panels I'd like to mention the names here today. The guest of honor, I'd like you all to give one big round of applause for Dato Haji Baharudin. Yes. Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. We have Dr. Ann from Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, representing the absence of the Deputy Health Minister of Malaysia, Dato Sri Dr. Hilmi bin Haji Yahya. We have D Navigator. 90%. Okay, I know this is a press conference, but you all need to clap more louder than this. You know? D Navigator. Oh, much better. Thank you. And we have Switch, the producer, is in the building here today as well. Has done many records. He also produced Balan's latest music, Start at Tiruvalla. Just hit 1 million views. 1 million views. Congratulations, congratulations. We have Rajendra Rana, a music producer as well, in the building. Last but not least, we have Dr. Sakthi right here, of course. Which needs the biggest clap, of course. Yes. Other VIPs here today, we have David Raja, the Managing Director of DK Maju Sdn Bhd and Mahayugam Sdn Bhd. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you so much for coming, sir. We have Leon Nelson, the founder and CEO of LN Infinity Ventures Malaysia Sdn Bhd and CD Fest Malaysia. We have Master Genevieve from Sanya Marga Institute of Holistic Living, right here in the building. And we have the Dean of the Music Faculty of Aswara. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more time. Oh, of course, we have another one here. Managing Director of Black Horse Movies, Sriraman David Raja. Yes, come on, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's just move on. I would like to call upon, we're going to have a short speech actually from our guest of honor, Dato Haji Baharudin, or better known as Anjang Kaki. Ladies and gentlemen, one big round of applause, please. You can say anything you want, sir. The mic is all yours.
My name is Baharudin Haji Omar, alias Anjang Kaki. What is it just now, Anjang Kaki? Anjang Kaki is a Tarakin. Tarakin, they call it grandfather Kaki. They call me Anjang Kaki. My name is Anjang. Kaki is the grandfather. Anyhow, I thank you. I thank my, what should I say, my grandchildren, Mara and Dr. Sakthi, to call me here. I thank God. I hope there will be success in both doctors and singers. It's quite lucky because he got a grandfather with a not great actor, but quite good. Anyway, thank you very much for coming, and I hope there will be success in this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Especially after you hear a speech like that, you need to give the loudest round of applause, man. Come on. You don't get legends coming here giving a speech like that very, very often, you know. Alright, so moving on, we have a next speech. We'd like to invite Dr. Ann right here from the Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia to give us a short speech. Dr. Ann. One big round of applause for Dr. Ann.
Thank you to MC, and Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Is outside raining? Okay, I actually arrived from Ipoh. I've got my formal work on Ipoh, and on behalf of Ministry of Health, I'm glad to be here to be representing Yang Berhormat our Deputy Minister of Health, which is Datuk Sri Dr. Hilmi Yahya. I think the other day we had a good session, and although it was very short, with the team to discuss the further movements of music, especially in health. And probably I think from now on we'll start to probably collaborate and to actually further enhance how music can actually help to promote health, not just health, especially for mental health. I'm the head of for the mental health unit in the ministry, so I am totally into it. However, I think we've got to also formalize certain things on behalf of the ministry, because we do not want people to actually manipulate what we are doing and saying that, you know, ministry is endorsing, you know, what do you call, certain individuals. So we do not want that lah. Okay, because kita tak nak nanti kadang, because our niat ni betul, tetapi nanti cara orang look at it, you know, so we've got to be a little bit how best can we go forward lah. So on top of that, I also support, thank you very much for inviting Dr. Sakthi. I wish you all the best in singing. Just for your knowledge, I'm also a singing doctor. Okay, so my name is Nurashikin Ibrahim, and I'm very glad to be able to meet all of you, because I've been singing for such a very long time, but I have not been doing it formally, in the sense that I am now practicing part-time professional singer ever since I was in a reality show in 2015. So I managed to get into that reality show. For the Malays, I think most of you know something like AF, but it's in the older version called Kilauan Mas. So, so I'm that doctor. Okay, so with that, I would like to say that thank you again for inviting Ministry of Health, and also I think you have a digital launching by Datuk Sri Helmi, and I'm sure that you all be glad to see what the Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Helmi has to say. Thank you.
Well, I'm so sorry, Doctor, but I was told that there's an opening performance by you. Yeah. How many of you want to see Dr. Anne perform? You're gonna bring back the 2015 memories.
I want to see it.
Like when you were in the reality show, and I personally want to see this as well. So can we all invite Dr. Anne up on stage? Up on stage is okay? Up on stage to do the opening performance before we head on to more speech after this. I think we have a mic up there. We have a mic up there, right? Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Anne. Thank you.
Bro. Bye.
Test.
Thank you very much, Alvin. Wow, I look so bright up here. Okay. Most of the times I sing, because of the limited time, I think most of the times I sing a lot of English songs. And I sing songs like Haji Kosendang. And however, today I'm going to sing to you my single song. I have a single song produced by LY and by Duri, if you've heard of the composer. And it's not a very, it's more of a very sad melody. It's about a woman who's probably not so happy about her life. Yeah? And we are actually promoting health, because we're telling whoever women are out there who's actually facing this kind of problem, through the lyrics of the song, to actually come forward and talk about your problems. Okay, with that, this is my single song entitled Penghias Masa. So, Dr. Anne Penghias Masa for all of you. Thank you. Okay. Khas untuk launching Dr. Sakthi. Usah dekat perbandingkan diriku dalam cahaya, sangka aku bahagia, tapi banyak pedih di jiwa. Bukan niatku meluahkan, cuma ingin menenangkan. Berdiam diri dengan ku duduk kawah harian sekarang berhias malam. Sorry, what's happening to the music? Oh, kekasih. singgah sana tatah emas, terukai disangka indah. Aku hanyalah sekadar penghias masa. Thank you, Dr. Sakthi, for inviting me. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Alvin. I'm supposed to be the MC today. Just joking. Okay, following the particular opening, I would like to actually invite all of you to actually watch and actually be with us. To watch this video that is actually being done by Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Helmi, to say a few words on behalf of KKM. So Datuk Sri has done a digital launching upon whereby he has said a few words about music and health, and also supporting Dr. Sakthi in his efforts towards promoting health in music. Thank you. So let's watch together.
If I beyond the firmament, we will fly one day, baby. Oh, now we are paradise. Is the place that's in your eyes? We are the gates, the autumn light. Cause everything gon' be alright.
The video has volume. You don't have to play any other song. Why is it? You bro. See the video. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do that again. We're gonna take it from the top again. There was a bit of a technical error. Very, very sorry, but we'll take it from the top. We'll play it from the start. Yeah.
Play and louder.
I gotta safely say that there's no event that's complete without at least one technical error. You must have at least one technical error, then only the event is complete. So we just had our first one, so don't worry. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the last one. Can we take it from the top? Yeah? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am your Deputy Minister of Health. I wish I could be here with you this afternoon, but unfortunately I have to attend to some other matters. But hopefully with this, through this short video, I will be able to convey my message to you. It's about music, the use of music in the treatment of mental health, especially depression and anxiety. We have here with us Dr. Sakthi. He was working with us in the Ministry of Health, but now he has resigned so that he can concentrate on his music. He's a genius, I would say. He's been working on a lot of music for young people and also for old people, like me. And For young people, he has the rap music. For young old people, he has got other types of melodies. I must say that he's one of those good ones where in this kind of music he has done it in many languages. In Malay, in Hindi, in English, in Russian, even Russian, he can do it. This is something good. In fact, this is what we've been doing actually in the Ministry of Health. We use music for the so-called treatment of the mental health problems, especially anxiety and depression. And then I must congratulate and thank Dr. Sakthi for accepting the challenge to produce good music to be used in our endeavor to combat the mental illness among the society, which is now getting more serious. 10 years ago, it was only 10% of the population. Now, in the last census that we had in 2015, it has reached up to 29.3%, which is almost three times, which is a lot. So please support him, and then I will definitely support him in this matter, and we will work closely together with AC and Dr. Sakthi. So thank you very much. Hopefully you will enjoy his music. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There was one thing that I forgot to mention much earlier. Wanted everybody or everyone here to thank, and of course, one big round of applause for Dr. Sakthi's parents that's been sitting right here. So, are y'all ready to hear Dr. Sakthi speak? Okay, yeah. See, they actually stood up for you. Come on, clap, guys. Yes. Thank you. The proud parents of Dr. Sakthi. I gotta say, you all have done a fantastic job bringing him up. I know it's not easy to handle him, but yeah, tough kid. But anyway, are y'all ready to hear Dr. Sakthi speak or perform? Which one do you want? Speak or perform? Both. But you gotta choose one. Which one first? The speech first or the performance first? Let's get the speech out of the way first, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, for the moment that you've been waiting for, Dr. Sakthi. Clap, guys, come on. I wanna hear this.
Thanks a lot, Elvin. You're doing a good job. Right. So I would say, Vanakkam, Assalamualaikum, and much blessings, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming over. I have a lot of people to thank. I'm sorry, those VIPs who've been here, you should be already having a CD in your hand at the moment. Can we get the ushers to get all the VIPs their CD copies, please? So they can look into the long list of thank yous that they have actually put into the list. But the designer, just before going out with the album covers, actually called me up and say, Abang, you sure you want to thank all these people? Cannot just call them or just put it on FB or something? Say no. Because what happened here, this thing here is a million hands coming together, you know. Everybody gave in a bit. I don't want to get emotional on stage because it is really, it's not just me, this is a lot of people coming together, giving me all their efforts, all their push to where I am, to actually giving me the trust in what I am. Toughest convincing to my parents, and they are there right now. I think my first time seeing me on stage, to one of my concerts like years before one time. So this is a very exclusive event for them as well. Thank you very much, Atto and Nick, for joining us here. Thank you very much, everybody. You know, I have to take time to personally thank everybody, but I have a very little time on stage. Right, get this very short. If I start talking, I will continue. Okay, so I will go to my first song. Right, DJ. So the first song I'm going to be presenting of my album. I think Alvin has done all the introduction necessary for the album. You'll have an idea. Go back and please listen to it. Most of you might just listen to it once because the target is 35 and below. Yeah, you can go up to about 10, 5. They will find it interesting. There's some uniqueness put in this album which is going to be approachable to the youth culture. Yeah? So the first song is called Paradise. The song is called Paradise / Sorghum. Most of my songs got this / this because I mix a lot of languages in it. This song is a bilingual song in Tamil and English. Okay? Can you? Thank you. Opening song is a love song. Right, can somebody give me a cup of what's up? Without ice. Thank you, thank you. Very beautiful song. I think that song. Okay, so we'll be going to my next song. The second song I'm performing today is a Malay song. This is one of the best, lyrically the best Malay songs that I have personally written. Okay, this song came from my inspiration, not just from a bunch of friends who put an upbeat tempo to it and trying to people groove to the same music. Alright, so this song I featured a very beautiful, very awesome, talented singer who has actually put in who have actually portrayed a better vocal abilities compared to me on the song, but I'm not jealous, you know. Miss Maya Hanum, can I have you on stage, please? It was a beautiful experience. The most interesting thing about this song is, while I was trying to sambung mimpi myself, you know, years and years of, put in a few years into this music, you know, as a hobby, then it turned out to be a much more serious thing. So the sambung mimpi thing actually happened this year. Suddenly something came to me and said, let's just write this song. A few months later, a director from India came, we have met, yeah, he heard about what I was doing in my music. He actually came down from India and did not charge me a cent for his service. He has worked with, his name is Mr. John Robinson. He has directed Hollywood movies by the title of Neena Neelal, if I'm not mistaken. He has worked with actors like Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, why I'm telling you all this is, this man actually came down, it was luck. It was totally sheer luck that I came across this man. He came down, he shot a whole music video. For the love of it, he gave a very good work. We shot a very beautiful video with Miss Maya Hanum. It's on YouTube. Why all is long story is because Miss Malaysian, we put so much effort into doing all this music, all these videos, making it look beautiful. Director come from India, story panjang, all that. 1,400 views for the past 2 months. Okay. It's sad, but you know, I have my music is being enjoyed by those who have heard it. The problem is it's not reaching. So those guys, all of you here can go back. DJ. Maya, are you ready?
Check.
Are you ready?
Check 1, 2.
Kisah bermula di sini, pindah mentah berayu lagi. Indahnya mesra melodi, senandung jiwaku di tengah hari. Kasihku bersinar terang, jadi hidup riang, satu bariku pulang. Mimpi itu mimpi walau di pagi hari, mimpi itu indah kalau kita senang hati. Mimpi itu berkat terima kasih ilahi. Mimpi itu mimpi, mari kita mimpi lagi. Mimpi itu indah kalau kita senang hati. Mimpi itu berkat terima kita senang hati. Mimpi itu berkat terima kasih ilahi. Mimpi itu mimpi, mari kita mimpi lagi. Sambung mimpi, ku hampir terjaga lagi. Sambil mimpi sampai di sana, musik reggae berirama, alunan rhythm cukup rasa, bunyi gitar dan biola. Bila kita sampai di sana, musik reggae berirama, alunan rhythm cukup rasa, bunyi gitar dan biola. Sambung mimpi, terjaga lagi. Sambung mimpi, hayalan tak terhenti di sini. Sambung mimpi, sambung mimpi. Miss Maya Hanum. I know, check this.
Make the world feel
Happy.
I sing because I think of me. I sing to make you feel alright. So don't you dare give up the fight. Tiada salahku
Bermimpi,
merasa
musik dari hati.
irama
Cinta sejati,
ku hanya mau menyanyi.
sambung mimpi, hayalan tak terhenti di sini. Sambung mimpi, sambung mimpi, sambung mimpi, hampir terjaga lagi. Sambung mimpi, hayalan tak
Okay, so Miss Maya Hanum was first initially introduced with, if you're not familiar, the song Muda song. She hit a few million hits on her first single introductory. She is so talented for her album. Go back and please follow her on Instagram. Alright, thank you. Okay, I wouldn't be here Same like, you know, I thank my parents, you know, I wouldn't be here, if not for them, yeah, I wouldn't be here. Same thing, Balan Kashmir came along my life when I was about 17 years old. You know, I sent him over, by that time we were chatting on IRC. You know, I sent him over very, very bad quality, superbly bad quality recording on a computer microphone. He said, it's damn good.
Yeah, because that time I was that bad too. So when you hear something similar, you'll be like, yeah, good.
So that journey took us on a long way. Now he has recorded with.
Let him go.
Sometimes you just need someone to pick you up. Be free, sing along about Mali. Find the sign of what I can't need. So sing it like P. Ramlee now. Even if you fly a million times, only millionth one time fly again. That's the fly again, go make it. Even if you fly a million times, only millionth one time. Again, fly again.
Hey, you guys can do that.
Fly again. Sit. Fly again.
Never would I lose, never would I lose. Even if I fall, there's a cruise. No more love, no more favors. Goodbye, beautiful green acres. I'll be gone till November. Dreams awake, visions unfold. I never go wrong. When my brotherhood so strong. Why would I go wrong? When I put every verse in every song.
The wings and fly another day. Say we gon' fight to it all. Raise your hands up together now. And I say fight on even if we fall. I spread your wings and fly another day. Say we gon' fight to it all.
One more time now.
Even if you fly a million times, only millions one time fly again. Let yourself up and try again. Go make the faith try again. Even if you fly a million times, only millions one time fly again. Let yourself up and try again. Go make the faith.
For those who see it.
Okay, there you just saw a quick performance of 3 awesome songs by Dr. Sakthi and crew from Mayanu and Balan Kashmir. Let's hear one more time please. One big round of applause for them. Amazing effort indeed. We're going to continue the press conference and these are some of the names that we're calling upon, so I'd like you all to come right here and take a seat in front of me. I'd like to call upon our guest of honor first, Dato Haji Baharudin, please. You can sit anywhere, sir. Not a problem. Followed by Dr. Ann from Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, representing the absence of Deputy Health Minister of Malaysia, Dato Sri Dr. Hilmi bin Haji Yahya. Okay, not a problem. We move on to the Navigator from Star Sound Asia. We have Switch. I'm going to call upon Mr. Rajendra Rana and the one and only Dr. Sakthi. Okay, so what's going to go on right now is, if you see all this handsome gentleman right here in front of me, to all press, if any one of you all in the room here today have any questions at all, please feel free to ask them right now. Just put up your hand, you know, and you can ask the questions. Okay, tell you what, let me kick this off and I'll ask the questions first. The mics are at both ends on the left and right. My first question will go to Dr. Sakthi. Do walk us through a little bit on the journey of creating this album, or what inspired you to create this album? How was it like, one day you were just sitting down at home and you thought, you know what, I want to come up with an album called Pass. Would you just walk us through that, please?
Okay, that's a very good question. I think I said the tagline earlier just now. First you listen to the pulse. First you feel the pulse. You feel the pulse first and you listen to the heartbeat. That's how it all began. Actually, it started with the heartbeat. Heartbeat was a reggae song. Heartbeat was a reggae album. Reggae means it was a more approachable genre for all age groups. It was more of a very melodic album. That's how I actually started this year with. Can you hear me? Okay. So I was working in the past 5 years. Yeah, I released one of my most famous songs was the remake of Bob Marley's No Woman No Cry in Tamil. That was 2012. That was one of my most serious works of music. So since then I've been working on something of a similar sort, which that song reached all the way from a 1-year-old up to a 6-year-old can sit down and listen to the song. Okay, that song has a wide, it can reach a huge range, the age. But the current album that I'm working has a very narrow range of age group, which is target group. It's from, I would say, let's work from somewhere around 15 to 35, a bit plus minus. Why I say this is the type of genre being presented here, the type of music, the type of beat, how fast the music goes. So this all plays a role in how it's accepted by a listener. How I actually went to Pulse was after dropping my first reggae single in March. I decided that my reggae music needs more attraction, and most of listeners who have passed a certain age, they've already got a core system of listening to music. That's their preference, they'll stick to that. It's hard to go in and change. Unless my son walks in and says, "Pa, this hip-hop song very nice, I'm going to listen to that song." Somebody is going to go, "Pa, you listen to this Dr. Sakthi, he's got some nice songs." Definitely, my father will definitely go and, "Who is this guy?" That's how it works, when a child pays attention, the parents take a bigger attention and think, why? If they actually care for what's actually going on with children's life, usually they pay attention to the same music that the children pays attention to. So I'm actually working through the back door. So the dancehall album came in very fresh over this year. I only started this project in April and I finished it. Good process of learning though. Now I know I can do Music Express. I'm writing music in my own sweet time. I moved it in a very fast pace. This moment I brought my first album. So this album signifies my start. Whether or not you're going to take this as a word, but this album is done next year. I've got 2 more albums coming out. I'm going to introduce Quantum Reggae. Okay, this is not Quantum Dancehall. Quantum Reggae is a total different fusion which will reach a huger crowd, a huger listener. And also my second Quantum Dancehall album is also coming up. We'll make more announcements soon. Who's going to be working on an album, how you're going to do. Let's concentrate on this album first. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's more than okay actually. But yeah, thank you so much there, Dr. Sakthi. Next question I'd like to ask Dato. Dato, what do you think about reggae music in a whole?
In Islam, we call it Shadihan. Other than that, that's how we didn't find. So music and song, whatever it is, comes from heart. If you sing it through your heart, then you can catch other people. And I really, actually, although I'm an actor in profession, but I love music very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dato. I think our next question will go to the Navigator. He was one of the producers of the album. Would you like to walk us through the process of creating the song? I mean, how did you get the music out first? Did you sit down with Dr. Sakthi and come up with the tunes and the lyrics? maybe a lot of us do not know how the process works, but maybe you could enlighten us a little bit.
Thank you, Erwin. First, I'd like to congratulate Sakthi on his album and all the other artists and all the VIP. Thank you for coming. Working through the album, for the first time, I didn't produce any of the tracks in this album. I was mainly focusing on producing the vocals, recording, mixing, mastering. But it was fun to have producers like Raj, Switch, my man. We've been together making music for I don't know, 15 years. We started together, and good to see him coming all the way up today. The process is pretty much the same. It's just the difference about this album, why it's quantum, and I think quantum is a heavy word for anybody to understand, but in a layman's term quantum is everything, right? Everything that connects everything, which is related to everything. So what Sakthi is trying to do with that in music is to fuse ideas, to fuse sounds, fuse genres, fuse language, because I think probably 20 years from now there will be a one world. I mean, we are in Malaysia and nobody speaks Korean, but everybody is listening to K-pop. 30,000 people attending the concert, but somebody who speaks Malay or local language, nobody comes. But what we are seeing here is the emerging trend of language as not a barrier anymore. So with music, I think would be the first or initial platform that we can use that to send this message across and get people to vibe and understand, even though you don't understand what he's saying. I mean, I can listen to a Chinese rapper and I don't understand what he's saying, but I can feel him, right? So, like what Dato said, music is from the heart, and I think this would probably go a long way. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Navigator. Our next question goes out to Raj. Yeah, you played a part in creating songs as well together with Dr. Sakthi. What was that experience like?
Hi, good evening, everybody. Dato and everybody, VIPs. Thanks for coming and congratulations for Sakthi for his album. It was a great working with Dr. Sakthi. He came to my studio one day and he listened to all the beats that I have made, and he liked one of the beats. They say I'm going to make a song on the beat that I have created. So we worked together with Navigator himself. So it was a very great journey. It took some time to complete it, but it was very, very difficult and very, very nice journey, and a very memorable journey for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Definitely memorable. I mean, the album was done in 6 months, if I got my math right. I mean, you started in April and now it's November. I've not met, maybe they are out there, but I've not met anybody who's done an album within 6 months. And but Dr. Sakthi, you have. Another producer that's actually worked on Dr. Sakthi's album is Switch. He's done many hits, came out with many music. If you're in the music industry, you would know who he is. Why don't you share a little bit with us on your experience working with Dr. Sakthi in the album?
Thank you, Alvin. Hi, everybody. My name is Switchy, and congratulations, Sakthi, for the album, and I don't know. Okay, first off, I produced this song within a week. It was the last minute song actually. Yeah, he gave me a time frame this 1 week. So yeah, he emailed me the song, and it's a Russian song. So I didn't understand much of it, but it's like how Dato said, it comes from the heart. So I really feel that, and I did like coming up for my own EP as well, 5 songs. So I featured him and another girl from Singapore. So I'll be premiering the song tonight here. And yeah, that's about it. And yeah, thank you.
Can I just add in something about that special song? The special song, because I have the buddy. I don't think he justified enough with that short speech. I think apart from all the first things I've done in Malaysia, I think this is the first fully Tamil, Tamil, we are also Malaysians, produced Russian track. I have so far searched online, Google, I don't think any other Indians are working on Russian music at the moment. fully music, fully lyric, and we are presenting this to Moscow. So hoping to. Alright.
I'm pretty sure it will. I mean, I gotta say, I can proudly say that we Malaysians, we have a lot of talent here in Malaysia. A lot of talent that's not recognized here in Malaysia, and boys like this is putting efforts, not 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. I've known most of them for 10, 15 years. I've worked with them. I'm not a musician, right? I'm from the radio industry. I've sat down next to them while they create music. You know, it's about time we Malaysian musicians get the recognition we deserve, right? And I think this is the first step. And I'd like to ask you this, Dr. Sakthi. Our last question. What was your biggest challenge when you were actually coming up with this album? I know you did it in 6 months, but what was that one big challenge that you faced?
Finance. One big challenge that all of us Malaysian musicians have to tackle is with a very, what's the word again? A budget which is compromisable budget. We always, Malaysians always have to have this problem with starting off with a proper budget. Those times have passed where labels catch us and give us 100,000 ringgit in hand and ask us to produce our own album. We are at times where we have to put in our own effort, our own money, our own time, and a lot of own things. Yeah, so I think that would be the biggest challenge. Apart from that, if I'm going to say we had troubles with the creativity and all that, I think we have passed that. 15 years past, I think we can be called Insta musicians at the moment. Yeah, we are either up to par. We are at the stage where we can produce good music at a shorter period of time. If the financial problem can't be solved with all of you come with